Hey, what you doing?
Hey y'all, welcome to Hillbilly Garage. Well, you know how it is with me. When we have too much work to do, what do? We go out and get more.
Got ourselves another dirty engine.
We managed to pick up this Vortec motor on a really good deal. And we're going to obviously
Clean
tear
it.
into it. We're going to clean it up, see what's going on with it, and fix it.
And look what else.
And B is going to step up her game with her videoing, and
I gotta figure it out. There's like 3 different parts to it. It comes
got a
apart.
new camera holder here that, you know, is supposed to make things easier, and we're going to see if that doesn't improve our video game. And we're going to get a few things off of here, get it picked up and out of the truck, and we'll be back.
I have to take my jacket off.
Well, it's starting to get warm out here.
Yeah. Hey, this thing's pretty cool. And if you need an extra set of hands, all I have to do is just set it down. Even though that's not a great shot, but I could set it here. Hey, yeah, that's pretty cool. Got it on the tonneau cover. Watching him work. About to strip this jacket. It's been we took a break over Christmas, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. We took a few days, ate some food, got together with some family. It's not quite New Year's yet, but we gotta get back to work.
We got a lot on deck for Hillbilly Garage, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Including that big red monster back there.
Yeah, we're gonna be trying to get something going with that here pretty soon. Hopefully the weather is going to cooperate.
And this back here, we haven't forgotten about it. You might have forgotten about it, all y'all out there. But
oh yeah, I have been itching to try to get something done with my race car. But you know how it is. Stuff's going on, big projects, little projects, customer work coming in. Customer work always comes first. Except for old girl here, because I'm the customer on this one.
she's getting a total rehaul, huh?
Yes, she is.
As you can see, the drive shaft is out of it. He's got to drop the transmission out of it. The engine's already gone out of it. I'll show that to you guys. Old Red's needing attention. Always needing attention. The 6.4 is no more. She's gone. We're going old school with it. Gonna make that into a drag car. Lots of stuff, huh? So you gotta get the manifold off to get the hoist on there?
Well, I don't necessarily have to, but makes it a lot easier since there's so much plastic here to get this out, and then I can use one of my regular slings without breaking any plastic.
Man, there's a lot of RTV on that thing.
Yep. Means somebody's been under there.
You can see it real thick right there. Most of our stuff comes from the good old state of Ohio, but this here engine came from Kentucky.
Yeah, we run down into the bluegrass to pick this one up from a super fine older fella that we had the blessing to meet.
We do get a lot of stuff from Ohio, though.
As a matter of fact, we were looking in Ohio, and this one happened to cross our radar.
Because we needed an excuse to go to the Summit store.
Yeah, we wanted to get up by Talmadge, go to the Summit Racing store. And the reality of it is I messaged several people interested in what they had to offer. Look at here.
Oh, busted rocker arm. You just never know what you're going to find. Interesting.
It's curious. Not exactly what we expected, that's for sure.
Huh.
Because,
The man said it worked, right?
like usual, we were told it ran when pulled.
Looks like there's more than one knot on there correctly. Does that mean they weren't tightened down very good?
I'm not sure what that means exactly yet. These are not what these are actually meant for, but they work great for this.
So you think these just weren't tightened down very good?
I don't know. It's not very common that they just pop out there
Pop off like that?
For no reason.
Doesn't look horrible. What's that? I can't really see in there other than
plastic.
I mean, it needs cleaned, that's for sure.
There are 2 push rods that are out of place.
Never quite know what you're going to find when you open up an engine. It's always a surprise. But that's definitely not supposed to do that.
No, because it had the lifter cocked and bound up high. Ah.
You see what it is? Hold on, let me come around.
Pulled the studs.
What?
The studs are pulled.
Oh. Huh. So it pulled the whole thing out?
Yeah, it pulled the stud up out of its pocket.
Now, what did they say was wrong with this? Why they pulled it out of their truck?
He said that, well, ultimately they said they found that the catalytic converter was plugged up and it was missing pretty bad. Wasn't running good, because then they took an engine out of a different truck and put it in the truck where this one came from, and it did the exact same thing. And then they started checking around. They found the catalytic converter plugged up. They took it off, straight piped it, and it ran fine.
No, this is roller block, right? Is this a roller
This
block?
is a roller block, and these are roller lifters.
Because of that, the spider thing.
Yeah, the spider contraption. But these 2 studs have obviously pulled, which, I mean, we can fix that, don't get me wrong. We just got to put some sneaker screw-in studs in, which is actually better for more lifts, so no biggie. But
you're gonna get your plate attached and get the lifted up out of here, right?
yep, yeah, I got to get her slung up and get it up out of B's truck. She's afraid I'm gonna make a mess back here.
Yeah, this is my daily driver, my grocery getter.
So we'll get this thing slung up and we'll be right back. All right, y'all. Went ahead and jumped in and got some weight stripped off this thing, stuff we don't need in our way. And we're going to get this thing set up and give her first bath. Because that's the first thing we usually do when they come into Hillbilly Garage is we get some of this off out here so we don't have to take it in there. So we're going to get this ready for cleaning and we'll be back.
So tell everybody all the things you have to do just to get it to where you can get it on the engine stand to take it apart.
Oh, yeah, well, I guess we don't really talk about that too much. Well, the things that we have to do is, well, usually we need to get the flex plate out of the way, get everything off the back so that we can mount it. But what we like to do is we like to get the exhaust manifolds off, water pump off, front pulleys off, because that stuff is just excess weight that, things we don't need while we're on the engine stand and tearing everything down. So we get that stuff out of the way, and it also makes it better for cleaning because you get it out of the way, and that way you get your steam cleaner or your pressure washer in there and can really blast away some of this grease and grime. So just take the excess weight off, get the back cleaned up so you can get your engine stand or your, mounted up to it. And that makes it a whole lot easier to get her cleaned up.
So we'll be back.
And we'll be back.
So if anybody knows me, you know I'm extremely random. Here in West Virginia, we get these little woolly worm guys. And supposedly they tell you what winter's going to be like. Black is bad, brown is mild. This guy, his face is black, and then he's got a little brown section, and then a black section, and then brown, most of it, at the back end, until his butt is black. So tell him what that means, Ronnie.
Well, the brown is supposed to mean mild winter. The black is heavy. So it looks like we're going to have a little stretch of heavy, probably starting next month. And then maybe some snow by Easter, and maybe that's it. That's what that was.
And why is that important to you?
Because the more it snows, the more I have to work.
Because he runs a snowplow, which is the other reason why we haven't made a video in a while, because he's been working midnight shift for about 3 weeks. So this is the first break he's had really since, well, Christmas. So yeah, random moment. All right, so you got done pressure washing it.
All right, y'all. Yeah, we gave her a bath, knocked away a big bunch of grease. And I was thinking while I was doing all that, that's how we start rolling back the miles on these things, right? First of all, you got to knock off the however many years and miles of grease and grime, and and you got to get that out of your way so that we can get on into it, get a better look, and then of course we're going to clean it and clean it and clean it until when we get done, it's going to look like one of them pretty ones you've seen roll out of here, like that one. But anyway, so I know it's been a while since we've done a teardown video. I'm sure my buddy Kevin's just been missing them like crazy. His favorite ones. And, I ain't never really done this too many times, so B is going to coach me through a teardown because I don't know what I need to do. So, B, what do you think I ought to do first?
Well, you might want to take these rocker things off.
Oh, you think we ought to tear the valve train down?
Might be a good idea.
Maybe. Okay.
But you noticed something wrong with it, didn't you?
I did. And what we have found already is, well, y'all saw that we had 2 push rods that were out. And let me run that off right quick. something to go by.
So what's that?
This is my measuring device. What we're going to check is from the top of this rocker stud down to the boss. And it is 1.3565, which that's not a significant number, but here's what we find. This is 1.5580. And that one is pretty much the same. These two studs have pulled up out of their bosses, because these are just pressed in studs from the factory. You know, they just drill a hole, it's interference, press fit, drive it down. But with heat expansion and wear and, you know, sometimes spirited driving and, you know, things of that nature. But
You can see the difference.
yes, you can. You can see the old witness mark, and you can see where it is pulled up. So these two here have actually pulled out, and then of course it created a lot of excess slop in the push rods, and the push rods came out of the lifters. So that's the very first things that we've come across. I'm gonna go ahead and pull these plugs up.
Oh yeah.
Since I don't know if they need to be first or not. I don't know. I really don't know how to do this. Oh my gosh. Well, I can tell you what, that plug wasn't doing much good.
Hold still, hold still. Oh yeah. It's pretty
It's
bad.
a little bit crudted up.
Yeah.
This one got a little foul on it. They're auto lights. So, you know, somebody done their tune up, you would think. And they're not fantastic. So, yeah, motor's got a few issues. But we know that, right? Because it ain't in the truck no more.
Right.
Oh my goodness, this is weird. What did I say was on the other side? Auto, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, auto light, auto light, auto light, AC Delco.
Well, they changed all but one.
That's kind of what it looks like, but this does look like a fairly new plug. I mean, it's got some weird coloration, but this part of the porcelain looks new, and that one wasn't running as bad as anything we saw over there. So this one was probably not in there very long. But the fellow we bought it from told us that it started running bad, like it was missing. So it is possible they were playing with the tune-up, changing plugs, maybe wires. I mean, I don't know what they were doing to try to diagnose it, but that is possible how it ended up with an oddball plug in it. But they said what they found was the honeycomb in the catalytic converter had broken loose and was rattling around and was blocking the exhaust. So yes, that is definitely going to cause you some serious issues.
So you're gonna take the rest of those things off, and we'll be right back.
Now, since you advised me on taking the valve train out, then yeah, I'm gonna run all these out and we'll be right back.
Okay, so you got all of the rocker arms off, right?
Yes, I did. And I am going to go ahead and pull these out and put them to the side, because those are the two that were cockeyed in there. I'll check them. I could check them to make sure that they're not bent, but I don't know. It's just better in my mind if we just go ahead and replace them. We're going to be doing cam lifters and everything, so they're probably not bent. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. I don't know. But we're going to say that they are, and we'll just replace them because that's the safer way to do it. All right, so now that I've got the valve train out of the way, B, what do you think we ought to do next?
Take the spider thing off.
Okay, all right. You can take the spider thing off. That is what it's called. Well, not exactly a spider thing.
Well, it's close.
But it is your spider cage.
Spider something. It's close enough.
It's a spider something.
Which, that's what holds the lifters down on these roller lifter blocks, right?
You are almost 100% right. Because they hold the dog bones down. They keep the lifters square in there.
You want me to do that?
Oh, I got it.
Smells like burnt engine oil.
Actually, this one doesn't smell too awfully bad, actually. I didn't show y'all under the valve covers, but they were pretty clean, actually. And you can see down here in the valley that, I mean, the water that's in there, that's from me washing it. But it's not sludgy. It's not cruddy and build up. And it's looking actually really good in here, to tell you the truth. You don't want me to take the lifters out?
I mean, you can. It's up to you.
I'm kind of curious, you know, I'm hoping we haven't gotten any damage here. Oh gosh, looky there. Come right out. Okay.
It's a good thing.
It is a good thing. That means most likely, well, I mean, it didn't get cocked and, you know, get sideways in the bore and, you know, mess around, damage anything.
Is that one of the ones that was
Yes,
messed
it
up?
is. One of the ones where the push rod had jumped out. So yeah, that's good. I didn't want to find, like, you know, lifter or bore damage or anything like that. So, but don't know about whether it did anything to the cup. But yeah, that one comes right out as well. It's really good. Really good.
It's not seized up. That's good.
Yeah. Very little scuffing.
Now, can you reuse those, or do you not know yet?
Oh. Yes. Yes, you can. If it's yours.
But if you're building it to sell it, you probably want to put new ones in it.
Yes. But I will keep these for me. So, yeah.
They're coming out really easy.
They are. Oh yeah, this motor it's really clean. Like I said, almost, you know, no scuffing whatsoever, really.
So if it was their catalytic converter, then that's a whole different story, but that means the exhaust wasn't getting out, right?
That is correct. If the exhaust
That makes a big difference.
If the exhaust cannot leave, then you're gonna have some serious power issues, because it's going to be backing up in your engine. called reversion, and that is not good because engines are air pumps. You pull air in, they make pressure, make power, and they push air out. If the air can't go out, it impedes the air that wants to come in, and it's not good.
But these two rocker arms being off would make the valves not open correctly, correct?
They would not open at all. That is correct. When the push rods jumped out, those two lifters ceased to function. They were just sitting in the valve seat and not opening or closing. Well, I mean, they were closed, so they wouldn't open.
Would that make your check engine light come on?
It should, yes, because that's going to be misfire. Because, you know, that would mean that gases were trapped in the cylinder because it was intake on this side was not opening. So actually that would just mean that nothing could get into the cylinder. And intake on this side. So it just wasn't opening the intake valves. So there wouldn't be any fuel going in there. So obviously no fuel, no fire, no power, no explosion, none of that good stuff.
So explain what happens when you have a bad catalytic converter.
Well, like I said earlier,
which is just basically in old cars, right?
No, they are on modern vehicles now as well.
Oh.
But catalytic converter, the style that was on here are, they have honeycombs in them that are made of precious metals, and I don't know all the science behind it, but when the exhaust gases pass through the honeycomb, it changes dangerous gases into less dangerous gases, and cleans up the exhaust before it leaves the tailpipe.
So when that gets clogged with soot or whatever.
Well, yes, it can get clogged with soot, but what this fella said is the honeycomb actually broke and was laying crossways in the exit of the catalytic converter. So it was blocking gases where they couldn't leave. And when that's happening,
you're losing power.
you're losing power because it can't finish complete its cycle. All right, well, now that we've got our lifters out of the way, B, what do you think we'll do next?
Well, I think you need to crack the head bolts.
Crack the head.
But it's a lot harder than what it looks like. You might need a cheater bar, because they're torqued down pretty tight.
I don't know. Let me see. Maybe I can handle it. I don't know. We'll give it a shot, see.
I mean, I'm no expert, but if it were me, that's what I would do next.
Okay, sounds like a pretty good plan. We'll go with it. I knew where my new breaker bar was.
I mean, we're not over here building race engines or anything like Brian Salter does, but...
Trash. Kind of looks like an old gasket or something. Just laying down in there. Doesn't really look like paraffin. Alright.
They're not very tight.
They don't seem to be.
Aren't they supposed to be like 40 foot-pounds or something?
Supposed to be...
Or is it 90? No.
65.
Aren't they supposed to be tighter than that?
They are. A couple of them kind of creak a little. But, yeah, they don't seem to be as tight as they really should be. See, that one sounded pretty decent.
What size nut are those?
The socket head is 1/2 inch. But they're 7/16 bolts. I'm gonna run these bolts out. We'll be right back.
Now, don't you want to leave one in? One of the head bolts in, because if you don't, you'll drop the head on your leg, and that will not feel very good.
Yeah, you don't, when you go to crack it loose, you want to be able to pry on it without worrying about having to try to catch it. And then when you get it all broke loose,
Take the last bolt out.
Then you take that last one out while you're, hanging on to it, and then you don't worry about it falling in the floor. Because it's pretty tough, but we really don't want to bang it off the floor. Might hurt the concrete of the shop, who knows. Yeah, it looks like they might have used some Teflon. Maybe. I think that's what it looks like.
Oh, it's going to be a messy one. Always have a drip pan ready when you're doing this, right?
Yeah. Some of y'all have probably seen these. I get these totes. These actually came from Home Depot, but I mean, you can find these things pretty much anywhere. Lay a couple of pieces of wood across the front and the back of your engine stand. A couple of screws holds that lid down there in place, and it makes a perfect holder. Got a couple of burnt valves with a couple chunks out of them. When the valves won't seal.
So you can see that one's missing a piece.
And then this one.
This one down here is missing a huge piece. That's not good.
No, it's not good.
So you think the head's okay?
I won't know until I get it cleaned up and check it out.
So basically now you repeat the process on the other side, but you got to take a look at your pistons. You can tell a lot by the gasket.
This one looks to be in pretty decent shape. Don't see no blowouts between the cylinders. So, yeah, it's a really nice one. And remember, y'all, this water is from me.
Does it have ring ridge?
Nope, no ring ridge. There's still cross-hatching in there.
So now you repeat the process on the other side.
Yep.
So we're going to do that. We'll be right back. All right, you got the bolts out of that one, right?
Pull my keeper.
See what kind of story this guy's going to tell us. Oh. Those appear to be okay.
No burnt valves on this side. And it's weird because
Turn that other one around so they can see.
these aren't.
You can really see on these ones.
This is the cylinder where one of the intakes, right? Yeah.
Was messed up.
Yeah, one of the intakes wasn't open in here, but still. But then this one, those rocker arms are fine, so totally unrelated. No ring ridge. From what I can see so far, the cylinder walls look good. Still got some cross hatching on them. You know, the carbon buildups, or whatever you'll call it, seem to be fairly the same.
What are you looking for?
My mind, because I've lost it.
Ha ha ha.
Well, I'm going to take a short pause before we move to the next thing. I'm going to clean the tops of these cylinders and pistons and mark them, and we'll be right back.
All right, so you numbered the pistons because you need to make sure they go back in the same place, right?
Yeah, that's what I like to do while we're off camera. I went ahead and cleaned the tops of the pistons like I always do, numbered them. Yeah, because they really should go back into the same hole they came out of. But, you know, like Forrest's mama used to say, life's like a box of chocolates. I'm not very good at that. Because you never know what you're going to get. Because while I was cleaning the tops of these, I noticed that there's some numbers stamped into them. 030. These are 30. So, we already got a hot rod. Not a 350, now it's 355. So, it's good to go. All right. So, now that we've got that done, B, what do you think we ought to do next?
Well, you might ought to take the harmonic balancer off.
Okay. You could probably
And while you're doing that, you might want to make sure there's not any oil in it, because when you flip it upside down, you're going to have a mess.
It's probably a good idea. So, well, I just throw a bucket down here. Get me a wrench and see what's in that oil pan.
Time we open an engine, we just never know what's going to be inside of it, right?
That's right. But it's part of the fun, isn't it?
Yep. Brings an element of surprise.
Sometimes it's a treasure and sometimes it's Pandora's box. It kind of feels like somebody put this one in with an impact wrench. And I'll have to address that.
Oh, she was full.
Now remember, folks, I washed this thing with the top on. I tried to keep water out of it, but you can't.
So had you not done that, when you flipped the engine upside down to take the pan off, you would have...
I'd probably had a mess on my hands.
Yeah. Always make sure the oil pan is drained first.
Yeah, because you don't want to cover your floor with any more than you absolutely have to. Threads are boogered up on that, so that's got to be replaced. They make a really cool oil plug kit, though. It threads up in, even into damaged threads, and you seal it with thread sealant, and then there's a smaller plug that is in the repair piece, is where you drain your oil from then on out. So
This is
That's
a
actually pretty
steps
good.
down the road, but tell everybody what you got for Christmas. That's going to be helpful. The ring thing.
Oh, yeah, I'll be able to show off my new ring groove tool that I got from my mother-in-law. Yep, that's right. My mother-in-law buys me tools. And
You love her for it.
and I do. I love her for it because she finds out what I need and she gets me what I need.
She also bought you a paper cutter, which that might not seem significant.
Yeah, you might be thinking, well, okay, what about a paper cutter? But when we do crankshaft polishing and we have to cut our strips of the different sandpapers, it takes quite a bit of time to cut out all those pieces in a fairly straight, nice manner. So with a paper cutter, that should speed me up. You know, we're always looking for ways to get faster, right? Look, speaking of new tools, what in the world have I done with my new breaker bar?
Is it still in the truck?
I don't know. Harbor Freight is not a sponsor, but let me tell you, don't be afraid of Harbor Freight tools. They take good care of you. I got a ratcheting breaker bar, and let me tell you, I put it through the paces, and it lasted for a pretty good while, but I finally hit too many hard bolts. I carried it back to Harbor Freight. They didn't ask one single question. Laid it on the counter, told them it was broke. Manager said, "Go get you another one." And nice guy, he even renewed my warranty. Which, it's a lifetime warranty. They never run out. There's some bit of dirty liquid in here. But not a lot. So that's a good thing.
I've bought you a lot of tools over the years.
Oh yeah. Yeah, anytime that she needs a gift idea, I usually fill that blank with tools.
I bought you, let's see, the plasma cutter.
Oh yeah. A few years back she bought me a plasma cutter.
There's horse thingy, the sawhorse thingies that you use all the time that fold up.
Yeah. Yeah, my metal folding sawhorses, those come in lots of times.
I think I bought you a angle grinder because yours died on you.
Oh, yeah,
You
we
go through quite a few of
those.
those. I can't remember what all I've gotten you. Alright, so now you can take the harmonic balancer off.
Yes. Now I can take the balance.
Do you need a special tool for that?
You do. And it's funny we're talking about tools because I just so happen to have one of those. And where is it?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's over there somewhere.
It's here on the special tool shelf where it's supposed to be.
He set something down and then he can't remember what he did with it, so then I come and find it.
Even if I put it in the right place. That's the bad part.
And when he cleans his shop, it's especially bad. Because then he can't find nothing.
Clean days, I put everything right back where it's supposed to go, and then she's got to find it for me because I have no idea where it is. Here's a little trick that I'll show you guys. We're going to use these cheaper balancer pullers. they come with this little sharp cone is what's supposed to center in your crank yoke. But if you will add a big lug nut, like from a 3/4 ton, and put it in there, then it fills that hole much better, and it keeps you from running your little cone down into the end of your crankshaft, because you really don't want to booger that up. You like to keep that neat and in shape. So like I said, the extra lug nut back in there just gives you a bigger tapered end and protects the end of your crankshaft better. I promise y'all, I've done this before. I know it don't look like it.
A few times.
But it does, when you're using the lug nut and in addition to your sharp cone there, it does make this a bit of a balancing act. It seems like the threads on this hole.
So you're gonna take that off and we'll be back.
We'll be right back.
All right.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this time cover off.
Wait a minute. You think you should do something different first?
Why? Time cover's in my way. I gotta get it out of here.
Yeah, but wouldn't it make more sense to take the oil pan off first?
Why? What's that got to do with this?
Because this oil pan seals to this.
Really?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
pretty sure. Like 98% sure.
Okay, well, whatever.
I mean, you can do it however you want.
No. We're gonna do it your way. 'Cause
Okay.
You're always right.
I am always right. Not always. Most of the time.
Almost. But yes, she's right. We need to take the oil pan off first.
Which we drained the fluids out of it first.
So we can turn it upside down.
Yes. So we're going to take the oil pan off and we'll be right back. Man, would you look at the RTV? We should buy stock in it, shouldn't we?
We should. My gosh.
It's thick.
They absolutely caked it on here. I guess there must have been a drip there, and they thought that was the way to fix it, was to just cake it on there.
Yeah, that's not really what you're supposed to do.
No, not at all. But it's painfully obvious that somebody was in this motor already, so, you know. Use an RTV, and I'm not going to say I don't use it, because I do, but don't use it like that. RTV is meant to fill in uneven surfaces. That is what it's for.
Not this.
If you have an untrue surface, you know, and it's for a gasket, and you're not sure that it's gonna seal properly, then you put a little bit of RTV. You can't even only put it in the areas that you are afraid aren't going to seal very good. And then let the gasket do its thing everywhere else. Because that'll be okay.
I wonder if it has a gasket, or if they use RTV as their
I
gasket.
don't know. We're fixing to find out.
Because some people do that, you know.
Well, and then there's even manufacturers. Honda, and I'm sure there's others, but there are some places that Honda doesn't use a gasket, they just use RTV.
Well,
and
then,
it's really good stuff, as a matter of fact.
well, and then we had that one, the Chevy dump truck, the crate motor that we bought, it had cork gaskets, and they weren't even on there correctly. Remember that?
Yeah, I do. Now, cork can be okay. I've used it, but you have to kind of be careful and make sure that you put it on there properly, And, you know, I always use a RTV when I do use it. Use cork. But then again, you don't build a gasket out of RTV. It is only for filling possible voids. Yeah, she glued down pretty good. But yeah, there's a gasket in there. Buried in all this.
Oh man.
RTV. Piece and then glued the snot out of it. Why in the world would you do that? A little bit of yuckies down in there, but it's not awful, really. It's not.
And what does that come from?
Well, most of the time it comes from not changing your oil properly and on time. But yeah, they used a good one piece. Glued the snot out of it.
Yeah.
And then, quite possibly, I don't know what the heck happened here. It's just, whoo!
I mean, look how thick that is. Can you measure that?
Oh,
It's like what, a quarter inch?
It's like a 1/4 inch thick.
That's people. Come on now.
And, but the RTV's like way out in front. Oh, I see.
Rear main seal's bad.
No, this is the front.
Oh,
They cut
sorry.
the lip off of the timing cover. We've talked about that before. If you cut the lip off of your time, matter of fact, it's completely gone right here. There's nothing. There's no lip whatsoever.
See the big gaping hole? That's not supposed to be there.
And there is supposed to be a lip right here that your gasket sets in. And
So why would they do that?
Well, probably because they didn't take the oil pan off when they did whatever they did here. Or, I mean, that's the only reason to destroy your timing cover is if you're trying to put it back on without lowering your oil pan.
Mm.
So you cut it off, but then it pushes the seal in, and then you got to glue it, and it won't stay. And
Then you have a major oil leak.
we got a little bit of cruddies. But I found this in the upper part too. I believe this is old gasket. That's what it feels like. It feels like old gasket material. They cleaned the surface or something while it was in a truck or on the motor or whatever, and they just flung it everywhere.
Remember the Cecil's Ford had that like
that was
paper.
paint. I'm almost 100% certain that was paint. Someone, I think, had painted the inside of the cover, the valve cover. Maybe while they were painting the outside, they just went crazy and didn't mask it or something. I ain't 100% certain, but yeah, that's all that paint that was in there flaked off and was laying all in the top of the head. So let's see if we can get this glued on timing cover out of here. But it's a good thing that I was not planning on reusing this timing cover because we couldn't anyway. It's destroyed. Alright, so now we got all the bolts out of this glued on mess.
And Lord have mercy.
It's a rubber seal, people. We do not need to glue rubber seals into place.
You shouldn't break your timing cover.
And Please don't ever break this lip off because you don't want to loosen the bolts and lower your ooh, that's a little sloppy. That is your reluctor ring for crank sensor. But yeah, time chain got a little slop in them. But that's okay. We'll fix that. No problem. Those are old torques. That is a T30, in case anybody was curious. What should we do next?
Well,
What do you think ought to happen?
it's just me talking, because you like to say that a lot. But I would take this thing off.
You don't want to get the camshaft out?
Oh, maybe we could do that.
Now this is not a must do, but this is just what I want to do next because I just want to get it out of the way.
Be very gentle when you're doing this, by the way.
Yeah,
We already took the lifters out, so it should come out pretty easily. Let me come. The sun's shining right on you.
this camshaft looks really, really good.
All the lobes look good.
Yeah. Let's see where anything's damaged. The only problem is I guarantee you this is a bone stock can. Which nobody likes a bone stock can. All right, B, what do you reckon we ought to do next?
Well, if this were a puzzle, it appears the next thing that needs to come out is the oil pump.
I don't know. I kind of agree with that. It kind of looks like the logical thing to do.
But the oil pump and the windage tray appear to be attached to each other.
They are, in fact, they do share both. So yes, we will have to tackle those together. That ain't easy.
The whole laying it down and then not remembering thing.
That'll work there. See if maybe this one will work here. Yeah, I think it will. Uh-oh.
Why are
Oh
they
my
all
gosh.
different? Why are they all different?
Well, it's actually only the oil pump bolt that was holding the back of the windage tray. The one that they share together. These other three are actually just cap nuts that hold the windage tray in its place, because you'll see in just a second that this is a threaded stud end of another bolt that does a bigger job. Windage tray up out of the way. And you can see there's these three main cap bolts are actually studs that this mounts to. So this oil pump should be ready. Yep. Shaft come up with it. This thing got a bunch of trash in it, so we won't be reusing this.
Have a good look at the rotating assembly. Which looks not too bad.
This is a Hillbilly Garage special.
You can get them on our website.
Made just for reaching down over top of those to get you where you need to be.
So how did you make that? Or do you not want to say?
It's a trade secret.
It's a Hillbilly Garage secret. Order one.
It's pretty obvious. I took the shank of the socket that fits here, which is 5/8, cut off the square part, shoved it into a socket that it fits in, and welded it together. But if you don't want to go through that aggravation, I will make one for you. Well, actually, I already have a couple made, but... Oh, you know what? B!
What?
I can't believe you're letting me do this.
Oh.
We probably ought to do something else first. Maybe we should take some pistons out?
Oh, yeah.
So, what do you reckon we ought to do now?
Well, the pistons have to come out, right? So you need to loosen all of the piston rods from the crankshaft.
So yeah, let's go.
I like doing that because I like seeing what the bearings look like.
Let's get some pistons out of there. And here's another little trick everybody knows, but the same reason we used big lug nut to protect our crankshaft with a puller, we can also use it as our spacer. We put our crank bolt back in. That way we don't bottom the threads of our crank bolt out and damage the threads, but we also don't run anything down into our crankshaft and damage anything inside. Turns over really nice. This is where I wish I knew where my ratchet and breaker bar was. That'll be around here somewhere.
Did you take it out of the truck?
You ask me those questions all the time, and if I knew the answers to them,
You'd
I
know where it
wouldn't be
was.
looking. So I don't know where it is.
Is it over there? I feel like you would have brought it in.
Sure I would have. Where it is, I don't know.
Is it on the run stand?
Now, why didn't you point that out earlier?
I don't know. It comes to my mind. There's one over there.
And that's it. Also has that 5/8 socket that I've been hunting.
Problem solved.
You're thinking, what difference does it make what 5/8 socket is doing? I don't know the answer to that, okay? It just kind of does. Well, what difference does it make what breaker bar you uses? Well, I got an answer for that one. This one ratchets. So I can use it like a ratchet. A little brass hammer. Look pretty decent. You can tell there's a little bit of trash has gone through, but not really, not a lot. I mean, it's not grooved. It's just it left a bit of a blemish. Internal looks good. Okay, watch your toes, B.
Yeah, this hurts if you don't catch it. For those of you that don't know, when we first started Hillbilly Garage, he was taking a piston out and it hit my ankle.
I missed it coming out and it fell and it hit her in the floor. But
it was painful.
Y'all rest assured she was wearing her hard-toed flip-flops at the time, so that's what saved her foot.
Yeah, now I have Crocs on. I learned my lesson on that.
Well, got a couple rings lined up together. But whole ring moves freely. A little bit of scuffing, but not much.
Looks pretty good.
It does. Wrist pin moves free. Yeah, and then the rings, I mean, they look to be pretty decent shape. No, we'll not reuse them, but you could. I mean, you know, you could if you wanted to. I don't, but you could.
He's using a brass hammer so he doesn't damage the
threads. Plenty of oil in there. Tiny bit of markings, but nothing you can feel with your fingers. So it's always good. That's what we like.
Oh, that one doesn't look good. That's one of the ones that was messed up, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it got a little extra crud on it, but the rings gaps are separate. Whole ring moves freely. Wrist pin's good.
Your new ring tool will work good on that.
It will. Clean them right up. Make them 100%.
We'll do a video on that later, won't we?
Yeah. I promised my mother-in-law I would show off her present.
She's a pretty cool lady.
She is. She doesn't have a clue what I do here, but she supports me regardless. All right, Joe. We're working on the last piston. And everything has been running consistent all the way through. A little bit of oddness in the middle, but nothing major. All the rod journals are in great shape. I haven't seen a thing on those. And all of the pistons that are coming out super easy. One thing that has been fairly consistent, which is going to throw me on this one, the ring gaps are opposite on this one. And the oil rings, they all move, but they all look oddly dry. You know, in the backs of them is just dry. And I don't know, it strikes me as odd. Evidently it wasn't problematic because we know really what down this motor was rocker studs pulling, so it was down 2 cylinders. But yeah, look at that.
But
That's beautiful.
we do?
What do we have left to do?
I don't know. Maybe take the main caps off?
Yeah, maybe take some main caps off. See, you almost let me jump ahead and do that while ago. And now you don't want me to do it? I mean, make up your mind, woman.
Just remember, I'm getting ready to fix your supper.
Oh, that mean I gotta like treat you extra good or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want something good for supper, you do.
Oh, everything you fix is good, so.
Well, our kids might not agree.
That's not even a gamble. Yeah, but they're picky kids.
One will scarf it down and the other one will... Oh, do I have to eat this?
And the funny part is they take turns on that.
Yeah. But give them pancakes and sugar, they're like vacuums. They are only 8 and 9 years old, so...
Yeah.
Our New Year's resolution is cutting back on sweets. Which I feel like is everybody's New Year's resolution after Christmas. He's using his handy dandy homemade wrench socket.
Which
works great.
Makes them come out like butter. To their mark. That's good.
What do those bearings look like?
Actually, better than rods. Slightest bit of discoloration, but really nothing to be concerned about. It was just unfortunate that those studs pulled.
So this is turning out to be a pretty good motor we found, huh?
It is.
From the Bluegrass State.
We did find out though that it is 30 over, which that's cool because everybody likes 30 over. The crank has been turned because it has 10 under rods and 10 under mains. And the journals look really, really good.
So this is going to make somebody a good little engine,
Really
huh?
good engine. Caps, they register well. Thrust bearing about the same. Thrust surfaces look pretty good.
So all in all, this is a good find.
Yeah, I really should have measured that thrust beforehand, but I will measure it after when we put new bearings in it, of course, because that's how we do it. Yes, we're gonna just pull this crank out
Very carefully.
Tie that to the table in just a minute. Main bearings look to be good. And you know what we do here at Hillbilly Garage. Oh yeah, these look good. Then we throw them in the scrap bin.
Yep.
All right. And
Another one has been rescued.
remarkably, cam bearings are in pretty good shape.
We don't save those either.
But as y'all know, I love doing cam bearings. So she will have a fresh set. All right, y'all. Well, there we have it. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it a little bit. We was just kind of putting on some, you know, I mean, I know you guys know that I've torn a few down, so it's no big deal. But a couple years ago, before we started all this, well, even B had learned a few things from me working on our stuff throughout the years as we've been together, but especially over the last couple of years since we've been here working Hillbilly Garage and stuff, B has learned a whole lot. But there was a time she didn't know her lug nut from her wheel jammer. So
Everything is a thingamahoozy and a whatchamacallit.
But she's learned a bunch. She really has. And she helps me a great deal. She helps keep an eye on me, make sure I don't overlook things. She may not always know the name of it, but she knows the procedure. And she keeps me in check.
And I'm getting good at finding out what caused the engine to go bad.
She is. And if I would have given her a minute on those rocker studs, I think maybe she would have spotted that. Because, you know, you can see it when you look at it. But, of course, we will fix that problem. And we'll put some screw-in studs in it so it won't ever happen again. And then we're going to get this all cleaned out. We're going to do a few oil mods like we always do. Flush the entire thing. All new bearings. And get her back together. Alright, y'all. We sure do appreciate every one of you. We hope that everyone has a happy new year. Safe and happy. We pray that you're with family and smiling and kissing on your loved one when midnight strikes.
You'll be at your daughter's wedding?
And I'll be at my daughter's wedding, but my loved one will be with me.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So, please like and subscribe. Please keep coming back. You can give super thanks if you're so willing, and we'd appreciate it. And we are looking forward to a great, fantastic year here at Hillbilly Garage. And we just hope that all of y'all come along for the ride. We thank y'all. See ya. Bye.